Hey, welcome to the Close to My Heart Twisted Sister for November 2021. If this is past the first week of November, at the end of the video is a playlist, and it'll walk you through all of the Twisted Sister videos featured for this time frame. If it is right in the first week of November and you've missed some of the Twisted Sister videos, there's a link in the description of the playlist, and when you click on that, then you can select which ones you've seen and haven't seen. Also, while you're here, if you haven't subscribed to my channel or any of the other Twisted Sisters channels, go ahead and do that. If you like and comment on their videos, that also helps them out. Thanks. Like I mentioned, I'm Amanda with Crafting with Amanda, and this time I decided to take from the November-December catalog and twist the SVG files. There's a beautiful snowflake Let It Snow card in here, and I took it into Design Space and kind of separated it out. And I always make copies as I go. That's just a habit because I've been known to do silly things and delete half of the images. So I delete half the file, or I copied half the files, duplicated, and then I'm resizing both in height and width. So you need to unlock the mechanism that keeps those in proportion because it is card oriented. So after I unlock that, I make it 11.5 by 11.5, which is the maximum size of a standard 12 by 12 that the Cricut can cut. And like I said, I've been known to delete things, so I duplicate. And then here, to just make sure that everything is going to fit and I weld everything together. Just in case the Let It Snow stuff was separate, I wanted it all to be together. And then over here, I hide the contour, or actually hide that image of my of the snowflakes in the background, just so that the Let It Snow and the other 3 snowflakes that are in color can show up. And that's all I did, is basically upload the SVG and resize it. So here we're going to get started, and I laid this out on a white background because snow is white. And I have this photo, and it was actually taken on Mother's Day of 2023. And then this is the thermometer that's in our house. And we had a pellet stove. This is from the farmhouse. So it was 52.5 degrees inside the house on the thermometer and 31.9 degrees outside the house from this thermometer. And as I'm laying these things down, I'm just not feeling it on the white. And as soon as I put the black underneath, this is it. I love this. So I did cut the Cricut Design Space file of the Let It Snow out of the holographic paper, and it's the Dreamy paper. So if you like this effect, it's the Dreamy paper in the holograph collection. And then I cut out Let It Snow and the other snowflakes in Glacier, and then also in Wisteria. I don't end up using any of the Wisteria. It just didn't work color-wise in real life with the Dreamy holograph paper. But the Glacier I thought worked really well. So I'm kind of looking at this, and I'm like, all right, there needs to be something in the background. So I'm pulling off the top layer, and I've decided that I'm going to use just a basic acrylic paint and thin it down and splatter some snowflakes, flurries on the back of my background on this black. So there you can see I just put a little dollop of the white acrylic paint, and then I'm using a toothbrush because it flicks and splatters well. And it doesn't show up quite as well here on the video, but in real life I can assure you that these speckle flurries really show up and are bright. They look great. So I just kept turning the page because I didn't want to get specks everywhere. So I'm going to put my multi-purpose mat away, and then I like to just tack down my scrapbook layouts as I'm doing them to my Versamat, just in case I want to line things up, and it just keeps them a little easier. So I put glue on this Let It Snow, and then I will line that up onto the background from the holographic paper. And I'm being careful because I don't want it to be shadowed. I want it to cover it all entirely. And then I will go in, and there's some spots of the letters that need to be just tacked down, and I'm using the green lidded Tombow aqua glue because when it dries, it's a little tacky, and since holographic paper is more plasticky and shiny, it's hard to find a glue that'll stay that the things will stay glued to it. So again, I'm going to skip ahead and now make you watch me put glue all the way on the back of that. And I had already measured, so I knew where I needed to line it up. So I'm just using the grid and the numbers on that Versamat so that I knew where to lay it down. And then I'm just gently tapping it so that none of the glue kind of oozes out underneath. There was a little spot at the bottom there, but it cleaned right off, which I love. So here I'm tucking this photo underneath and just kind of dry fitting and seeing if that's what I like, and I do. So I'm going to try to stick some tape runner down there, and like I said, things don't stick to this holographic paper very well, so I have to take that that photo back up, and I'm trying to get it to fit under things, and then I'm going to use my nail to try to pull this snowflake up, and I can't get it to stay up, and finally let me grab a tool, let's get this really done. And that tool worked out really well for me, and I'm trying to make sure that you can see all of the words on that photo. It's a dark photo, but you can still see, not the words, the numbers, excuse me, but you can still see the numbers, and the die cut actually overlaps the photo. And then I decided that I wanted a little bit more of that glacier. I have both of the photos matted with the glacier cardstock, and I'm doing the same with that snowflake. And I did put this picture, I pop dotted it up, and when I put it down it went a little crooked, so I'm trying to ease it enough that I can twist it to make it straight, and I managed to do that. And then I decided to go ahead and pull some of those snowflakes loops again over top of the photo. And all of the extras, when you cut the layout, there's like some open spaces. And so before I threw all those away, I got out some old punches of snowflakes. And so this is what I'm doing, is I'm just grabbing the ones that I had punched out of the glacier cardstock, and I'm just adding those on top of the overlay. And I'm really liking this. In real life, it's more silvery than the colors that are showing up here on the camera. I realized at this point that I didn't have anywhere to put any journaling. So I literally just got these Build-A-Tags in the mail today. I'm very excited to use these. So I'm kind of trying to fit one and see what size I need to go on this layout. And I decided the little tag will be perfect. So I cut that out off screen, and then I wrote on my journaling that this was Mother's Day of 2023, and when we woke up, this is the view that we had out the window. You can barely see our big blue barn that's way in the background of the photo behind the swing set here. So got my journaling in with the splatters in the background. I don't think this layout needs anything else. Just quick, simple, told the story, and we can move on. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to join our community. And like I said, here is the link for the playlist for, excuse me, all the other Twisted Sisters videos. Have a great day.